Welcome to my live again for the second time today. And I'm going to be looking over at my computer for some notes that I created for tonight's live. Just gonna wait for a second to gear up my little talking points. Welcome everybody. If you haven't been to my page before, I am De.Antoinette and we talk about all things hair. And today we are going to be talking about basically what the title of this live is about: Drybar, textured hair tips, products, and what to expect when you actually go to a Drybar. And you are gonna get your hair done by a textured hairstylist. That's what we're gonna focus on tonight. So when I went live earlier, I was talking about the same topic, but I want to get a little bit more into detail on what we're actually going to be talking about tonight when it comes to this. So okay, perfect. All right, there we go. So hey y'all, it's De.Antoinette again. We went live earlier today talking about the same topic, but we are going to go a little bit more into depth this afternoon, or this evening I should say. Just talking about getting your hair done, your textured hair done at the Drybar, and my experience from being a stylist at the Drybar. Welcome in everybody. Go ahead and put a hello in the chat. Just tell me y'all are here and we will get started for sure. Hello. Hi everybody. Okay, so I'm gonna just say it again. We're gonna be talking about textured hair and what to expect when you actually get to the Drybar, and what you would expect from a stylist who does textured hair at the Drybar. So I'm gonna talk about tips, products, and what to expect from your experience. And this is coming from experience with me as a stylist at the Drybar. Thank y'all for tuning in. I like the hellos in the chat. Hello, everybody. And I got my computer queued up over here because I want to make sure I stay on track. What's up? Hello, what's up? I love the activity in the chat. All right, so it's enough people in here at the moment, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So in today's live session, we are going to be basically talking about tips and tricks for things that you can expect when you come and get your textured hair done at the Drybar. So what to expect at the Drybar as a textured hair client. Yes, we're going to talk about that, product recommendations and usage order of like when you should use the different products. And then we can do like a Q&A at the end if y'all have any questions. I will also be answering questions in the chat as well if y'all have any questions as we go through. our little agenda, and then I'll like answer the questions as I see them coming. Has anybody ever gotten their hair done at the Drybar? Let's start with that one. Who has ever been to the Drybar to get their hair done? And if you have not been to the Drybar, it's basically a salon that specializes in doing blowouts. So if you ever gone to the salon and got a blowout, that's exactly what you will expect from the Drybar. The only difference, though, well, not the only, but a part of the difference from the Drybar and a regular salon is that we don't do like all the things that all the other salons do. We just specialize in blowouts. And a lot of content that I've been seeing lately basically has been saying that people are not really aware of or are scared to go to the Drybar because they're scared that people don't know how to do textured hair. And so I'm here to tell y'all that you can get your hair done with textured hair at the Drybar. I am a textured hair stylist. I actually do all hair textures. However, I do have a special love for doing textured, curly, coily, wavy hair. And so, therefore, I just wanted to make it known that you can go to the Drybar if you have this, if you have coily, curly, textured hair, but just what to expect and kind of things to ask for when you're there so that you can get the service that you are looking forward to, just like everyone else is coming there to spend their money to get their hair done. So, you want to walk out and make sure your hair is just as nice as everybody else's. So, I'm going to give you a little bit of tips and tricks. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna talk about is texture hair clients, what you can expect when you actually come visit the Drybar, right? So if you have texture hair, you might wonder, okay, how does the Drybar blowout work for you? And if that's what you're wondering, then okay, so it caters to all hair types, all hair types. But when it comes to textured hair, there are some more than others that have been used to doing textured hair longer and are more comfortable with doing textured hair. And so, if you are able to go ahead and put in the notes before you get to your appointment, basically that you do have curly, coily, wavy textured hair and that you would prefer someone who has experience with using tools and things like that on textured hair. That way you will kind of cater to your own experience when you are booking your appointment. And you're making sure, like, okay, so they're aware, okay, I do have kind of like thick, coily textured hair, even if it's not thick, curly, coily, textured hair of any kind. Just make sure that y'all either put that in your notes when you're booking, if you're booking online. But if you want to definitely make sure, just go ahead and call and actually say, hey, you know, I want to come in or I want to set up an appointment. I do have curly, coily, textured hair. And so I wanted to make sure y'all have somebody in place that can actually deal with our texture of hair. What's up, y'all? Let's keep putting those hellos in the chat. And if y'all have any questions, I'll just keep like scrolling and making sure that I go through and answer all the questions, okay? So let's just keep it rolling. So first you're gonna start off with a consultation, right? And wait, let me go back. So Drybar caters to all textures of hair. Let's just say that. And I know a lot of people are not aware of that because we don't get a lot of textured hair, at least in the location that I am at, but we're getting a little more recently, which I'm happy to see. And I'm asking everybody like, hey, bring y'all friends because I love doing textured hair. So the stylists are trained to provide great results, and no matter what texture your hair is, But again, there are some that have been doing it a little longer than others. So you're gonna want to ask for somebody who really knows how to do texture hair. If they have somebody, then y'all make sure y'all ask for them, and then schedule an appointment for when those people or that person is actually in the salon. So when it comes for me, I'm only in the salon Fridays and Saturdays. So if you have coily textured hair and you wanted to schedule an appointment with me, then you would try to squeeze yourself in on one of those days that I have availability. Which, if my whole schedule was filled up with requests for people who do curly, coily hair, or who want their curly, coily hair done, that would make my day. For sure. Love doing all textures of hair, but that would make my day if all y'all came in. Okay, so we're gonna move along. Hello, beautiful. Hello. Thank you for putting a hello in the chat. But that's what we're going to talk about. So we're going to talk about just being a textured coily hair client at the Drybar, and then recommendations and like what ways you can use the different products that we have there. And also we can do a Q&A at the end. Hey, and make sure y'all put a thumbs up if y'all are enjoying this information. Make sure y'all hit that like button and keep putting the hellos in the comments. I love that. Hello, beautiful. Okay, and I told y'all I do got my computer over here, so that's why I'm like looking over to the side so y'all can see what we're doing. Also, I want to mention that if y'all didn't check out my live from the other day, I did go in and show how I basically straightened my hair. So there's two lives that you can actually go look at. There's a live that, thank y'all for the likes. So there is another live that y'all can go and check out. And I also put all my lives in a playlist. So if y'all want to go back, you can skip through. You can skip through and thank you. You can skip through the lives and kind of like skip to the part where I actually did my hair. But so one of them is actually doing my hair and going through and straightening my hair in 20 minutes or less. So I think it was less than 20 minutes because I was talking some of the time. But you can go back and check out those videos, and it's also showing like what I did my hair with. Also, in that video, you can get a discount and use my link in order to buy the straightening brush that we use to get my hair straight. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna move along to discussing basically like if you have textured hair, you are probably wondering like, okay, what stuff works and what things work at the Drybar for you to get a blowout. So Drybar caters to all hair types, as we said. And during your consultation, you want to basically mention all the things that you want for your hair, or different like problems that you might have with your hair, what has worked, what hasn't worked with your hair, so that your stylist can kind of come up with a plan and tell you, okay, hey, these are the products that we have that will work best with this. Okay, if you have dry hair, then all right, we'll recommend that you use some hydrating shampoo. We might also offer a deep condition that is also an add-on. So just be transparent with your stylist so that they can make basically the best decision on what products they will use in your hair, and also so you can get like add-on recommendations. And if you give add-on recommendations, you can just add those things on, like a scalp massage, deep conditioning. You can do a scalp treatment, all the different things that they offer. Let's see what else we're going to talk about. So like basically like a product breakdown, like we want to talk about like what you can expect from the product. So one of the products that I wrote down would be our detangler, which I love. It's one of my favorite products. It's called the Pep Rally Prime and Prep Detangler. This detangler has worked on like every single client I have used it on. So if we spray this detangler in your hair and we use our lemon drop brush to detangle your hair, it's gonna work. It's definitely gonna work. So let me give you some benefits of them, right? So it's a lightweight detangler and it preps the hair for styling. And in this detangler, it has a heat protectant that protects your hair up to 450 degrees. And that's something very important for if you have textured hair. You want to make sure that you are using a heat protectant on your hair before you put a blow dryer in there or before you put any hot tools, a flat iron, anything. You want to make sure that you are putting a heat protectant in your hair. So just make sure you're doing that. So that is what our Pep Rally Prep Detangler does. It's also nice for textured hair because it smooths without weighing the hair down. And if you're gonna get something like a silk press or you wanna get your hair straight like this, then you don't want your hair to be stiff. You actually want your hair to do something like that. You want it to have movement. So you are going to make sure that you don't put a bunch of products in your hair that's going to weigh your hair down. So this product is a very lightweight product. It's called our Pep Rally Detangler. And that's one of the first options of things that I will put in a client's hair first. Then we will go, I would also recommend using the leave-in conditioner that we have. Okay, it's called Mr. Incredible. It's a leave-in conditioner. And you also use that before you blow dry the hair as well. We also have something called Hot Toddy, and it is a heat protectant also. But that one, you don't spray on wet hair. The Hot Toddy, you spray on the hair after you blow dry it before you put anything like a flat iron or curlers in your hair. You always use that first. Even though the products that we use before blow drying do have a heat protectant in it, most of the products that we can use, just make sure that before they actually go in and use the heat protect, use a hot tool, you use that as well. Thank y'all. Make sure you thumbs up this video, this live, and let me know where y'all are in the chat. I love all the hellos. Thank y'all. So those are some of my favorite products that we've used. And if you do have textured hair and before using any hot tools, like I said, we'll be using like something like Hot Toddy, which is a heat protectant, also protects up to 450 degrees and keeps your hair smooth, and also frizz free. Also frizz free, which is a huge thing when it comes to having your hair straight, because you don't want a whole bunch of flyaways and stuff like that. You actually want your hair to kind of like lay down, so it's really nice. What else? Oh, we have another product that I really like. It's called Final Call. It's also a frizz and static control mist. It is very lightweight. It's very lightweight. We sell all these products that I have mentioned in store as well, so you can purchase them. We sell them in mini bottles for like travel, but we also sell them in the large bottles as well, for you to have at home and use on the daily. Or if you're somebody who travels a lot or just want to like throw a little product in your purse, then you can also use it then too. But the Final Call Frizz and Static Control Mist is amazing. It's very lightweight and it shields the hair from the humidity while keeping it still shiny and sleek, is what they say. But it is true. I put it in my hair all the time. I have it in my hair today, and I really don't have many flyaways today, which is nice. And my hair is laying nice and flat, so I'm happy about that. Yep, I'm happy about that. So a lot of these products, you layer these products. I don't usually combine products or mix products. I layer them so that I can see like how much the hair actually like can take, and make sure that like I don't weigh the hair down too much, because if you're going to get something like a silk press when you come to the dry bar, I want to make sure that you don't weigh the hair down with product. If you are weighing your hair down with product, it won't have any movement. And also, if you just clarified your hair, washed your hair, made sure it was nice and squeaky clean, you do not want somebody to go ahead and throw a bunch of products in your hair right after you got your hair washed. So make sure they're using like a small size of products, but also make sure it's actually coating all the hair, because you don't want the hair to be dry. And none of the products that we're using are drying or super stripping. Like we have a clarifying shampoo. It's called On the Rocks. It's a shampoo and conditioner. It's On the Rocks. We use those, but we don't just use that only. At least I do not. If I use something like a clarifying shampoo, I'm going to go back in with something that's hydrating. So I'm going to use liquid glass. We have a liquid glass line, which is very smoothing for the hair. And there's a bunch of products. I went over that in my last video. So in my live from this morning, y'all can go back and watch that, and it'll tell you about our liquid glass, like sealants, our liquid glass rinse, our liquid glass serum, and our liquid glass shampoo and conditioner. All super good products. You can also buy all these and bring them home with you. But the good thing is, if you do buy those products, so let's just say, I don't know how much the liquid glass sealant costs, but every time you come in, if you're coming in frequently as a client at the dry bar and you are using the liquid glass sealant for your hair, you are going to pay $15, I believe, every single time that you come in and get that sprayed in your hair, versus just buying the bottle and then bringing that bottle in with you every single time you come to get your hair done, so that they can spray it in your hair. So I recommend buying the products instead of always coming in and getting that product sprayed in your hair for $15 every single time. It's not worth it. $15 to $25. I forget how much it costs, but somewhere in that range. You don't want to always have to do that. Thank y'all for the thumbs up. Make sure y'all thumbs up this video, and let me know in the chat if y'all have any questions, because I do want to do a Q&A at the end of this information that I'm providing. And make sure that y'all let me know whether or not this information was helpful, because it's not only just helpful in a dry bar, but also just for textured hair in general. There are just different rules of thumb that you want to pay attention to when it comes to using products that will weigh your hair down when you're trying to get a silk press. A lot of people try to do a silk press at home and it ends up like stiff, it's not moving. Also, they've gotten their hair done at the salon and the same thing happens. But that's because that person is also not being very aware of what needs to happen when it comes to getting your hair silk press. They just call everything a silk press nowadays. Everybody's not walking out of the salon with their hair actually having movement in it. Let's just be clear. Y'all seen a bunch of videos and stuff like that of people not really giving what needs to be gave. Okay? They're not. But if y'all go back and look at my videos, y'all will see that the silk press is silky. And that's because I've learned over the years and I've taken my time to actually understand what our hair needs and how to take care of it when you're giving your clients a silk press. Also, I've been to cosmetology school, and learning certain things in cosmetology school also help. But you also have to do your own research. You also have to do a lot of searching around for products and stuff like that. I also did a live the other day that talks about some of the products that I use on the daily for different clients that I have outside of the salon. And Amika is one of my brands that I'm using right now. So I in that live, I went over like all the products that I'm using by Mika right now that I really, really love for a nice solid silk press. A nice solid silk press. Okay, so we went over those, but I do have another product that I would recommend as well from Drybar, and it's the Moneymaker Flexible Hold Spray. A lot of people do not like to use a hairspray, and I understand. But as I've gotten older and understood and have more knowledge about how to really keep your hair nice and neat, I have seen that using a hairspray can actually really work on textured hair. Most people don't know that they can actually use a hairspray on textured hair because they think, I don't know what people think. I know that I never grew up using hairspray. That just wasn't a thing in my household. We were not using hairspray. Like, I just did not see the need for it. However, my curls could, well, they do last a while. But when I put in hairspray, it actually keeps my curls really, really nice. So their Moneymaker Flexible Hold Spray is actually really good. It's a soft hold, which is nice. So it's not going to leave your hair all crunchy and stuff like that. And we don't want that. It's perfect for locking in and polishing that blowout that we just did. Because a lot of times, especially if you live in a hot place like me, Arizona, if you walk outside, it's not humid, but if you walk outside and you see like and it's really hot, no matter if it's humid or not, you're gonna sweat in your head. And so it kind of helps and keeps the flyaways down and things like that. So a hairspray can actually help with those flyaways and actually help preserve your curls as well, especially if you are keeping your hair like overnight. You need to like put a bonnet, a silk bonnet, a satin bonnet on it. Then I would go ahead and spray some hairspray in there so it can hold those curls overnight because you're gonna be sleeping on them. You're gonna be sleeping on your hair. You can also put heatless curls and heatless rollers in your hair too. Those work as well. I use them. I just used them last week actually to hold the curls in my hair. And actually, when I took it down, it was held really good with those in there. But I used, this is one of my favorites that I have just sitting here because this is something I use now. And it's the Kenra, can y'all see that? The Kenra Volume Spray. 25. This one, I love the camera line. This can, y'all see how big this can is. I've had this for a while because it lasts me for a while. You don't need that much. And when you spray it in your hair, you shouldn't be spraying it like this close to your hair. Like, you don't need to. If you have the little flyaways in the front, you can kind of spray don't spray too close, but spray kind of close. And then I just like to take the bottle, like when I do that, most people have like a middle part. I'll just like go like this in their middle part and just make sure that those little flyaways are like down. So like if y'all ever wanted to know how, like if, oh, I want to wear a middle part and you got them little flyaways after you straighten your hair, just take a little bit of hairspray and then take that can and just slick those flyaways down. It works every single time, trust me. It works every single time. But they also, the Drybar also has like a medium hold spray, and they also have a, uh, they had a medium hold. I haven't seen it in a while in shop, but they have a medium hold, a flexible hold, and a strong hold. All the ones that I would put in a client's hair if I were to curl their hair or if their hair is straight. If their hair is straight, I probably won't put a strong hold in it, but if it has curls, I might put a strong hold in it. But I always comb through it. I don't just let it sit. I comb through it because I do not like crunchy hair. I do not like hair that feels crunchy, sounds crunchy. I don't like nothing like that. So I make sure that I go in and comb that through, and then I'll use that other product that I talked about, that Final Call Frizz and Static Control Spray. I'll use that, and then I'll go in and comb that through. And all of that works together. It's not very heavy. You don't spray it really close to your head. It's not very heavy, and it's like really, really good. Thank y'all. I see y'all are putting a thumbs up in the chat. I love that. Make sure y'all keep putting that thumbs up in this chat if y'all like this information that we spit in today. Also, go back and watch my last lives. I have a little more information on other products and different things that we talked about this morning. I put it in a playlist on my channel, so y'all can go back and watch that too. And hi, hello. Thank you for joining the chat. Make sure you put a thumbs up. Let me know if y'all have ever, if you have textured hair, one. Let me know if you have textured hair. What about blowouts would you like to know? So far what we're talking about, do you have textured hair? Let me know if you have textured hair in the chat. Even if you don't have textured hair, you can always use these tips that I'm giving on your hair as well. They work for all hair types. Just make sure you don't put too much product in your hair if you have like thinner to fine hair. But for blowouts, what we're talking about a lot of things about blowouts. Which Amika products? I have another video on Amika products that you can go back and look. But I actually have them sitting right next to me as well because I did use them for a live the other day. But I can show you really quick the things that I use. So this will be really quick because we're on another topic. But I'll show y'all the first thing. Right before you blow dry your hair, what do you use? Okay, good question. Right before I blow dry my hair, this is what I use. It's called the Brooklyn Bombshell, and it is a blowout spray. It's a blowout spray. You use this on wet hair. It's a pre-blowout primer, and it protects to up to 450 degrees. I bought this from Sephora, but you can buy it from a couple different places. I bought mine from Sephora. You can also just get it offline from Amika. I also saw that they have, hello, I also saw that they had, oh no, not that I have seen. Target does not have it. Not that I have seen just yet. Unless they have it now in Ulta, and y'all know Ulta now is in Target, but I have not seen it in Target. I've seen it in Ulta. I mean, sorry, not Ulta. I've seen it in Sephora. And y'all know, like, if you can't necessarily get to a Sephora, they usually have Sephoras in... Okay, so Ulta doesn't have it. Okay, so it's just Sephora and probably online at the Amika store. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, beautiful. Okay, so yeah, try Sephora. Try Sephora. And I honestly went to the Sephora that was inside of Kohl's. So if you have a Kohl's near you, and not necessarily a Sephora store, then try Kohl's. Because I went to Kohl's and I got these from Kohl's. But you can also get them from... Thank you so much. I want to say Freya. Thank you so much. So, awesome. Yes, check Kohl's. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you to my new subscribers. Make sure y'all like this video and thumbs up to let me know y'all are enjoying this information that we're giving. Thank you so much for subscribing, guys. I appreciate it. Let me know, do y'all have textured hair, or what kind of hair hair types are we talking about in the chat? Because we are discussing textured hair, but if you don't have textured hair, that's fine too. We do all types of hair over here. We're doing all types of hair. And okay, so that was Amika, but again, I have other videos on that. So we're just gonna kind of go back to what we're doing when you actually do a blowout on your hair and some Drybar products. Okay, so we got some natural 4C hair. That's what I love to see, natural 4C hair. Okay, do y'all do silk presses? Have you had a silk press on your hair before? Do you straighten your hair, or do you just kind of wear natural curls? because we're talking about doing blowouts. We're talking about doing blowouts. Natural 4C hair. I do natural 4C hair all the time. My niece has natural 4C hair. You can also go to look at my shorts. If you look at my shorts, you'll see a few people on there with natural 4C hair. And there are multiple methods that you can use in order to get your hair nice and sleek and straight. And if you've ever been to the Drybar, they also have products that will help you. That liquid glass sealant that they have that I talked about in my live earlier, my live stream earlier, y'all can go back and watch that. And I give like a little bit more in-depth information on how you can use that liquid glass sealant in your hair. You can use all that stuff in your hair. If y'all have more questions, keep asking questions. Keep the questions coming because I do want to have a Q&A. So I'll be answering all the questions that y'all have in the chats while we are... Okay, so I hope I'm saying this right, Song. It's okay not to know what type hair that you have, okay? Growing up, for me, there was no, I really do not like the fact that people try to always put it on this scale, right? Because I think that I've gone through, I feel like I've gone through a lot of, that's perfectly fine. Wearing your hair in your natural state is beautiful. Please embrace our natural hair is beautiful. But if you were to get your hair straight, just make sure that, or if you were to do it at home, I have a lot of videos or a lot of shorts that talk about doing a silk press at home on your hair and the different products that you can use in order to protect your hair. So y'all can go and check out some of my shorts, but this is the information that I like to give out, information on how to take care of your hair. So let me go back. It doesn't matter if you have 4C, 4B, 4A. Don't worry about the hair types. If you have super curly hair, you have super curly hair, right? And so you have to find products if you're wearing your hair natural that have super curly hair. Okay. Yeah, so you don't have to. Just wear your natural curls. They have a lot of different products just for natural curls. And if you don't want it to be like this, you can just get a blowout. You could just get a blowout. And like I said, this product here, you can put on your hair before you blow it out. And if you just want to blow it out, if you just want to blow out your hair with a blow dryer and wear it like that, that's perfectly fine as well. Also, if you want to do like heatless curls, I know a lot of people have done heatless curls on their hair, which actually works really well. Yeah, it looks good on a lot of people. The blowout look looks good on a lot of people. I like that look as well. Sometimes I do that look as well. Especially if your hair is like kind of fine. If somebody's hair is kind of fine, always having a silk press look doesn't always look the best. But I also have videos talking about how if your hair looks very flat, the way that you can put curls in your hair so that your hair can look like it's more full instead of just looking like really flat. I also talked about the other day on my live a tool like this. It is called the Tymo Ionic Plus. It is a straightening brush. If you do not want something like a silk press, you can press your hair out with something like this on very low heat and it'll give you that blowout look. You do not need to silk press your hair all the time. You do not need to turn this up very high. It works very well. Absolutely, no problem. I don't know why. I'm not here to gatekeep. especially with the natural hair community. Why? We all need help at some point. Yeah. Y'all are welcome, no problem. Yeah, if y'all have any questions, always just come and ask. I'll be on live more. I'm going to have more of a schedule, but I'll be on live more to answer questions. Thank you so much. Thank you. I used this brush to straighten my hair. So I did not do a silk press on my hair this time. I used this one. I did want like some body on my hair. You're welcome. I wanted some body in my hair, so I actually used this brush. And I have a link as well on that video to this brush. If you copy that link, you can actually go on there and it's gonna lead you right to this brush. And if you can find this brush on the Tymo Beauty website. I have a link to this brush and I also have a discount code. So if you go back to my videos, you can check out this brush and copy the link. But it's from Tymo. Thank you so much for subscribing. This brush actually works super, super well, and it's not plugged in right now, but it will not burn you. Like if this was on, you can see in my other video, I can touch this and it will not burn you. It will also not burn you when you put it in your hair. I use this brush. Thank you so much. I'll have to tell my nail tech, Anna. I have to tell Anna. My hair, it's not a blowout, so I blow dried my hair. And then after I blow dried my hair, I went in and I used this brush. This brush, I believe, goes up to 450 degrees, but I only use it on like 360. It also has a mechanism in this brush that is not supposed to have any heat damage in your hair. So it's not supposed to have any heat damage for your hair when you use this brush. Also, if you're touching a brush and it actually doesn't even like burn you, then you know that it's not burning your hair. If you can touch it, it's not burning your hair. But also, I talked about this before with this brush as well. Make sure that you follow the instructions in the user manual when you get it. I know a lot of times we want to like just open something and just use it right away, but they have the user manual for a reason. So it tells you if you have fine to thin hair, it gives recommendations on what type of heat that you want to put it on. And this is, a lot of people want to get their hair super, super straight, like a silk press almost. That's not what this brush is for. You can use it for those reasons if you want to turn the heat up really, really high. Me personally, I do not want to do that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I did my hair on live the other day, so y'all can go on there and see. It wasn't in a ponytail, it was just like all down. But I had on like red pajamas, so y'all can go back and watch that video as well, because I straightened my whole head in less than 20 minutes. It's very fast. You don't have to take little pieces and go in piece by piece like a flat iron. You can take like a big piece. Let's just say I wanted to do this whole section. I would just literally take this brush, go in, and like do just like that. And then my hair would be straight. So, and it's called the Tymo Ionic Plus. Go to that video and you can copy my link. It'll send you right to this product. And then you can use my discount code, Danielle, DANIELLE 40. That's also in the description when you go to this video as well. It's in the description and you can use this. What kind of shampoo and conditioner do you use? Uh, and do you blow dry your hair wet or mid dry? I blow dry my hair. It's still wet. I want my hair to be wet when I blow dry it. I don't like it for it to be dry. So I'll wrap my hair up from washing it and conditioning it. And then I will come back and spray it with this blow dry spray and make sure it's nice and wet. I mean, this is more like a mist. Let me show you. It's very lightweight. It's a mist. Oh, and it smells good. It's a mist. And it's very lightweight. But I do blow dry my hair from it actually being wet. It's not like soaking wet, but it's not dry. It's not dry. I don't want my hair to be dry before I blow dry it. I want my hair to be wet still. What kind of shampoos and conditioners do I use? Right now, I am using Amika. Like I said, I have the products right here next to me. So this one is a clarifying shampoo. Let me know in the comments, have y'all ever used the clarifying shampoo? And do you want to know what a clarifying shampoo is? Because I want to explain it if y'all already know what it is. No, never soaking wet. I don't do it soaking wet. I do not do my hair soaking wet. So you can also go back in some of my videos as well and see. So yes, you do know. Okay. So okay, I'll still explain it. But let me go back and say I don't do on soaking wet hair. It's damp. Damp to wet, but it's not dripping. I have curly hair, so my hair doesn't just like drip anyway. My hair kind of soaks up whatever's in my hair, so it just doesn't drip like that anyway. But you do want to kind of like blot your hair with a t-shirt. A lot of people don't want to use a towel because they say it's too drying or like breaks off your hair. So you can use like a t-shirt, something like a microfiber towel. You can use that, and then blow dry your hair after that. But it's not soaking wet. It's just not dry. I also recommend, and I've said this before in my other videos, I also recommend that you detangle your hair after you wash it. So you wash your hair with a shampoo and then you put conditioner in it and then detangle. Don't detangle your hair just from it being shampooed. You want to detangle your hair when the conditioner is in your hair. That way when you're done, your hair should be nice and detangled. So you can blot your hair like that. Some people say they break off. Okay, so let me explain really quickly. I hope that I'm getting all the questions. If I passed by your question and I didn't answer it, just let me know. Like, I'll go back. But the clarifying shampoo, Sonia, I hope it's Sonia. So let me explain the clarifying shampoo. Are you detangling when your hair is dry, wet, mid-dry? What are you doing? Let me know what you're doing, because you have to determine this. And what are you using to detangle your hair is also the thing. So if your hair is already dry, before you wash your hair, I would recommend sectioning your hair and then taking a wide tooth comb, a detangling brush. I now use a unbrush, I think it's called. I got it from Target. An unbrush. I use that to detangle my hair. So before I actually wash my hair, if I have my hair in like my curly state, because I do have natural hair, I do not have a perm or a relaxer. So I go in and I detangle my hair before I actually wash it, because I don't want to just put like hair that's already matted and detangled in water. I detangle my hair first. Then I go in and I wash my hair. I wash my hair, and make sure you're using something hydrating. So before I get off track, let me go back, Sonia, and let me say that a clarifying shampoo is a shampoo that is going to get rid of any buildup, products, dirt, sweat, debris, any of that that's on your scalp or in your hair. I think people skip this step a lot when they are washing their hair. They skip this step a lot. They skip this step and their hair still feels kind of like greasy. It's not as clean. So I always recommend at some point go in and use a clarifying shampoo first. Don't only use this first. This one is like a mild one. It's not very stripping of your hair. It's very mild. But let me put it up here again so y'all can see it. This is the one by Amika. I have other products that are clarifying shampoos, and I can do a whole nother video on like just clarifying shampoos that work really well on textured hair. I only wash my hair like every 2 weeks or so, depending on what style I have in my hair. So right now, because my hair is straight, if I just straighten my hair, I'll wash it every 2 weeks. So I'm using this clarifying shampoo every 2 weeks, so twice a month. But if you wash your hair every week, you can use it. You don't have to. It also depends on what styles you're using. If you're going to straighten your hair, I would recommend using this every time you're going to straighten your hair. If you're just going to do like a curly style, you don't always have to use a clarifying shampoo necessarily, but I would recommend washing your hair at least twice. How many ever times you want to wash your hair in order to get any buildup, debris, sweat, dirt. If you work out a lot, whatever the case may be, go ahead and make sure that you are using a clarifying shampoo. Because if you're doing a bunch of activity, if you're swimming, I mean, it's winter a lot of places now, but if you're in a swimming pool, something like that, you want to use clarifying shampoo so that you can wash out any like chlorine, like I said, dirt, debris, whatever in your hair. So this is a mild one. They have stronger clarifying shampoos, but I use a mild one because I don't need to strip my hair that much. I'm not doing like a bunch of crazy stuff. I do some exercising, but it's nothing too crazy. Also, once I use that, I don't only use that, I use a hydrating shampoo, right? So this one is by Amika. It's called Hydro Rush, and it's an intense moisture shampoo. You always want to follow a clarifier with something that is a moisturizer, a hydrating shampoo, something like that. That one strips the hair of any dirt, debris, and things like that. This brings the moisture back to your hair. This actually gives your hair some type of like soft feeling. You'll know how to use it. What brand are you using? You might have to switch what you're using sometimes, like if you might have to switch what you're using if it's not working. For you? I don't think I know that brand. I don't think I know that brand. Oh, that's good. Yeah. If it works really well, you should use it. That's perfect. If it works really well, you should use it. But detangling your hair, oh, okay, I think I've heard of it, but I've never used it, so I'll have to give that a try. I'll have to give that a try. How often? I'll have to try it. I'll definitely have to try it. And once I do try it, I'll actually make a product review video. It's soft right now. It's definitely soft right now. So Freya, I hope I'm saying that right. Let me know if I'm not. How often should you wash your hair in general? This varies per person, but all I'm gonna say is do not wash your hair every day. It's not necessary. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, awesome, Freya. Great. Okay, so I would not recommend washing your hair every single day. That is way too much. It strips the hair way too much. And it's honestly just too much work. But that's not really the reason why. It's just that it's not necessary. Now, I know a lot of people will say, oh, I have to wash it every day because it's greasy. Oh, it gets really greasy. I think that you should use things like a satin bonnet or a silk bonnet, a scarf, something like that. Put your hair up. It kind of like soaks up a little bit of that oil in your hair, if that's the case. Um, at least once a week, I would say, is recommended. If you have to do it twice a week, okay, that's fine too, but once a week. Whatever works. A hydrating shampoo is like a moisturizing shampoo. So this one is called Hydro Rush. It's an intense moisture shampoo. It's like a hydration shampoo. It's hydration, moisturizing. It's all doing the same thing. Use at the same time. It's more than likely gonna say hydration. It's gonna tell you that the hydration shampoo is moisturizing, but it's typically sorry gonna say hydration or hydrating shampoo. And y'all, all the things that I'm saying vary per person, but mostly is like in general. I usually see hydrating shampoos for the most part, or maybe that's just what I always go and look for. But they do have separate ones. Yes, you are correct. They do have separate ones. I think that I find more hydrating shampoos than I do others that say moisturizing shampoos, but hair does need hydration, hair does need moisture. For me, personally, I need hydrating shampoos and I will use moisturizing products after I shampoo. Yes. Exactly. So that's why I'm using hydrating shampoos and using moisturizing products after. There was another product I had the other day. I don't think I have it with me right now. Um, you're welcome. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I really hope some of these tips help. When I have clients come into the shop, I usually assess the hair and ask different questions. That's why consultations, like I talked about in the beginning of this video, consultations are very important because you want to know what your client has been using in their hair, a little bit about their hair history, whether they have like lightened their hair, dyed their hair, whether their hair is very fragile, whether their hair is thinning. You have to ask all the questions in order to come up with like a good formula for your client. But tonight I'm just talking about what kind of works best in general, but you have to see what works for you once these things are put in place. So I'm like, oh, okay, this works really well. If you get it and you don't really like it, it's fine. It's fine. It all varies. Olive oil, yeah, you can put olive oil in your hair. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I think people go wrong with trying to think that one method fits all and it doesn't. And like one method doesn't fit all 4C hair or all types of coily hair. Like it doesn't work like that. You have to assess everybody's situation. Some people have illnesses. Some people, you never know. Ooh, that's a good question. So a mask for what exactly? Because before I used, um, so a mask that I use for the most part is the Amika hair mask. I believe it's called Soul Food. It's called Soul Food. Also, I have recently used a mask. I believe it's like a reconstruction hydration mask by Sacred by Beyonce. I've used that one as well. It works really well. I do like that one, but my favorite is the Amico Soul Food. So I have a few. But I think that, yes, Amica. And make sure that when you're going to look for Amica, it is with a K. I apply just just so you know, like if you go try to look for it, it is with a K, okay? So I don't want you to be like, I can't find the product, but just make sure that you have it. I want you to be able to find it if you use it. But yes, Amica Soul Food. I think I missed something, so let me go back. I guess olive oil is okay to use. The amount that you use all depends on your hair and what kind of style you are using but yes, you can use it in your hair, no problem. I think that there are a lot of different oils, but I don't want to cover oils too much in this video because I think that can be something separate and something I can kind of like put together more research on and let y'all know exactly what works best. I can do another video. Just make sure y'all are following. Make sure y'all hit that follow button. Thank y'all. I know a lot of y'all said that y'all are new subscribers here, so I'm new to doing live, so this is awesome that I have this much activity, and I'm glad, I'm thankful that y'all are actually interacting with me because I am always looking to give out like the information that I have learned for myself. Okay, so I did miss this. When to apply it to your hair. You can apply the mask to your hair. For the Amica one, I apply it to my hair after I wash my hair. Thank you so much. I apply it to my hair after I wash my hair. And for the mask, and I say this with anything, use per what it says on the bottle. If it says use on dry hair, use it on dry hair. If it says use it on wet hair, use it on wet hair. If it says use after shampoo, use it after shampoo. The products will also suggest how often, it should suggest how often you can use it. Some will say once a week, some will say twice a week. Follow what is on there. The reason why I say follow what's on the bottle is because y'all, they do research on these products. They use them on people well before they ever put them out to the public, and they try to find what works best. So if you read the back of a bottle and it says use this for 5 to 10 minutes, use for 5 to 10 minutes. It's not going to work better for you if you use it for 30 minutes. It doesn't work like that. I know that people think that it does, but it doesn't. Or they would have said, use it for 30 minutes. If the mask doesn't say sleep with it in your hair, don't sleep with it in your hair. How about a keratin hair mask from Amazon? We'll never use it again. What happened? Oh, yeah, girl, then don't use it. If you feel like it did not work, don't use it again. And that's the thing about products. Everybody will say, you know, oh, I love this product, it worked really well. Yeah, if you feel like a product is making your hair thin, definitely do not use it. Definitely do not use it. I see a lot of times where we are living in a time where a lot of people are getting paid promos and things like that for products, and so they will promote products that actually don't work that well. And sometimes they do work well for other people and not so much others, so that's why I said use accordingly. So if you found that it doesn't work for you, definitely stop using it. If it's making your hair thin, don't use it. But we do live in a world where people are promoting products that actually don't work because they get a paycheck for it. And I just don't like that. I just don't like that. So I am suggesting these, not suggesting, but I'm telling y'all different options that you can use and what I am using right now. So if y'all want to cop these, go ahead and pick them up. But these are my personal recommendations for things that I like using on my hair and some people that I've used it on so far, and it takes to their hair very, very well. So I'm gonna keep using them and until I find some other stuff that I like as well. I have a bunch of other products that I like as well, but these are one of my favorites. And that Soul Food Amika mask, chef's kiss. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Also, when I was talking about this brush right here, love this brush. Love this brush. On live the other day was the first time that I used it personally on myself. And again, I straightened my hair in 20 minutes or less. I think I was talking a little bit, so it was like, it took about like 20 minutes, but I could have been done with my hair faster than that. And that was after I blow dried my hair. That was after I blow dried my hair. But, yeah, do y'all have any more questions? Love the questions. Thank y'all for putting the thumbs up in the chat. I love this interaction. I think that it's really good to kind of come together and have like a community where we can discuss things like this that, like y'all said, people aren't really sharing information all the time. I don't know why people are trying to keep information. The things that I learn, I want to share, and I share them with my clients. I share them with my friends and family, and all the people who I do hair for, because I want us all to have healthy hair. I mean, if you want nice, long, healthy hair, that's what I want for you. It was a time where I was just like, I don't want long hair right now. I rocked a short cut for years. It was a short curly cut because I've never done a relaxer or a perm. Awesome. I'm so glad this was so helpful. I'm so glad this was helpful. I'll try to make more lives and come on here more frequently to answer more questions and just have... It was great to meet you too, Freya. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Hopefully I'll see y'all in my next live. This worked out really, really well. And I hope I answered a lot of y'all's questions. I was going to show these. That's why I have this in my hand when I say that you can use kind of like heatless curls or flexi rods. I do use the flexi rods. I know I've seen people have like the ones that are satin or like different materials, but I use these because they actually hold firm in my hair and they don't slip, because my hair tends to slip. So I do use these. You can get these from like your local beauty supply, things like that, like your local beauty supply. I think I got them from a beauty supply. You know what? I might have gotten them from like somewhere like TJ Maxx or Marshall's. They have the satin ones and they have them like this. And I usually, like when I have my hair straight and I want to put a little bit of curl in it, this is if you have curled your hair before, or if you haven't curled it and you want to put curl in it, if you have hours to put this in your hair, I put one in the front, one in the middle, and then one in the back. I see a lot of people using flexi rods, don't have a clue how to use them. Yes. You are right. You are right. So that's another one. I can make a video of how I use these and how it actually turned out in my hair. I think I do have a video. I've never posted it, but I can go ahead and post and show y'all how. It's not how I put them in, it's how my hair turned out after I took them out. But yes, I've seen a lot of videos, especially on TikTok, of people trying to use these and they do not come out well. But I also have seen that, not necessarily with the flexi rods. I've seen it with the ones that are like the satin ones. And I think it's because they slip out of their hair at night. And so it wasn't as tight in their hair as it needed to be, especially for textured hair. You don't want it to slip. Okay, yeah, then I'll definitely make I'll probably do it on a live one of these nights. Yeah, the ones that are basically the satin ones and they have like a little hook, that's not gonna stay in my hair. It's not gonna work. Not for my hair at least. So I do use these, and I do use the jumbo ones. This is like how thick it is. It's the material that it's made from. These have flexibility to where also, I don't know what this material is called, but it doesn't slip. It can move through your hair, as in like, let's just say I wanted to put this in my hair. And I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna roll it, roll it, roll it. And then I'm gonna turn them. This is how I put the flexi rods in my hair. But only 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Let me see, how do they... But y'all see that? Like, this is how I would put them in my hair. I know that was really fast, but as y'all can see, this isn't going anywhere. It's not gonna slip. It's not gonna slip out of my hair. It's gonna be in my hair all night. Yes, but this is why I only do 3. I only have the big ones and I only do 3 because I don't want to have them like all over my head. Like I only do 3. So 1 in the front, 1 in the middle, and 1 in the back. And it does not bother me as I sleep, but I am a side sleeper. So maybe because they're not on the sides of my head, they actually work really well. Yes, you can sleep in these. I sleep with these. I only put these in overnight because that's when I know I actually have the time. You would get a headache. They're not that tight in my hair. They're not that tight. Yeah, they're not that tight. It just depends on how tight you put them in your hair. Yes. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. I think that I'm going to end the live now. And I will announce when the next live will be and what it will be about, but I don't have a time just yet. But just make sure you put on notifications so that you know the next time that I'm going to be on a live, because I did schedule this one. Good night. Thank you so much. I did schedule this one. And so if you're following me now, if you hit that notification bell, then you'll be able to get updates on when I'll be on the live. So thank y'all so much for joining me tonight. Thank you for the new subscribers. I appreciate it. And y'all have a good night. Thank you.